I'm just gonna kick back, but
Yeah.
if it's okay with you.
No, that's okay. But
No,
I'm
not
kind of
first.
interested in what you got.
All right, welcome back, the Mouthful of Sand podcast. Here we are again, boys. How are we, gentlemen?
Yeah, not bad at all.
We're doing well.
Not bad.
Doing well. It's been a week since the last, so itching to be back on here.
So
I can't believe we made it this far, to be honest.
Who would have thought?
Yeah, we
3 episodes. Just doesn't.
We are...
I thought you would have all kicked us out by now.
No, not yet. We are calling this episode 3, right? We're going pilot episode 2, episode 3 now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think you all understand where we are in the series, so episode 3 it is.
That's it.
I had a bit of an altercation at work this week, which I thought was quite amusing. So...
Here we go.
We're jumping straight into it here. You know we're jumping to work. It's going to be something weird. So I was on like a bar shift. It must have been like last Wednesday or Thursday night or something. And me and one of my female co-workers, we were on the bar. And there was a guy who used to be the security guard at the club. So he used to work for us, and security guards come in every night at 10 and watch the door overnight. So I've kind of got to know him over the last couple of years. We've sort of crossed paths a little bit. We know each other. So he comes up. He was in as a customer this night. He'd come in for dinner. He no longer works at the club, by the way, as a security guard. He works at a different club now. Comes up to the bar.
Yeah.
And actually, it wouldn't have been Wednesday. It would have been like Sunday. Yeah, it would have been the Sunday before that Wednesday. Anyway, it was a couple of weeks ago now. And I was pretty...
It's a bit of a jump.
yeah, well, it was 4 days before. I was thinking it was midweek, but no, it was on the weekend. So Sunday...
Yeah.
I wasn't doing my best, you know. I'd had a few beverages the night before. I'd definitely been in better states at work.
Uh-oh.
I was a little bit fatigued,
Mm-hmm.
for lack of a better word. And my mate, I don't even know his name. I think it's Ron. We'll call him Ron. Ron goes,
Yeah.
geez, mate, you look tired. Did you have a big night? And I was like, yeah, I had my friend's 21st. And he goes, what was a 30-year-old doing at a 21st? And I kind of like, I don't know, sometimes customers say weird jokes to you that you don't understand. So I was like, what do you mean? And he was like, why was a 30-year-old at a 21st? And I was like, Mate.
I think this sounds a bit like Tim going back for his bacon and egg rolls at high school, huh?
Please,
Yeah,
I'm
they-
in
Bit of a
year
similar
7.
get-up.
I'm not 96.
Yeah, anyway.
Yeah. Anyway.
And I was like, mate, I don't know what are you talking about? And my coworker goes to me, I think he thinks you're 30. And he goes, yeah, are you not 30? I was like, mate, no. It was my friend's 21st. I'm 21. The bloke thought I was 30, and I just genuinely don't know how I feel about that. I don't think I look 30. I usually get 16 because I'm not that tall. I got a 30.
Tim, does he look 30? Does he look 30?
No, but I can kind of see... No. Actually, no, I can't see how people would confuse that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that might be a Ron only thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out Ron.
definitely look like you're 16 with a little bit of
Well,
facial
thanks,
hair.
dude. Yeah, see, at this point, I don't know what I'd prefer. Would you prefer to be called 30 or 16? There's no in between, apparently. It's just one or the other.
I honestly would rather be called younger. I mean, I feel like with a lot of guys, they want facial hair. They want to look like they're, older than they are. But I like looking young.
Yeah.
I like looking like a child. And 22 years of growth, still no facial hair. So
Yeah.
I'm doing okay.
Yeah.
I always love when you ask like little kids how old they think you are, because there's not a lot of like reasoning behind it. They're just kind of you're either 20 or you're 160. There's not really any point in the middle. There's just
No.
drastic changes in age.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
remember like maybe last year, so I would have been 18. Asked this kid, how old do you think I am? And he looks up at me and he thinks for a little bit and he goes, "Are you 70?" And I wasn't sure how to feel about that. Like, does that mean I'm old and I'm wise? Or does that mean, like, I genuinely look a bit senile?
I think
That's so adorable.
definitely the latter.
I agree.
I'd say the senile part. I mean, to be honest, he's not as senile as you, Cody, so I don't know what you're saying.
Come on.
Man can't even put a contact on his phone.
Bro, come on.
Why can't I hear you
Sorry to bring that
guys?
one back from last
Oh, it's
episode.
because my volume's all the way down.
So it took him about 20 minutes to get into the call so that we could film this. Just saying.
I said this to you boys the other day. Like, I always thought I was like okay at technology, and then I got to like 21, and for whatever reason, I just like aged 40 years and skipped the last 10 years of my life, and I just can't use it anymore. So, Cody the Boomer, maybe I am 30. Maybe that's what he's trying to tell me. I'm just an idiot.
Well, Izzy guys, you let us know. Is Cody a boomer or what?
I think we're onto something.
No, I'm off, Ron. I'm over him. I actually during the week as well, I had a bit of another story. I'm full of stories this week. It's been a wild week in the world of Cody. So
Sounds like it.
Again, I was out for a few extracurricular activities when was it? Maybe Saturday night, I think.
Yeah.
And so this was a week following the 30 is Cody 30 incident. We'll call this Did Cody Nearly Get Mugged incident. So I got a bus home from the pub I was at, and I live a little bit off the main road from where the bus finishes. So when I get off the bus, I can either do a 20-minute walk at night, and I think it was like 12 in the morning when I got off the bus, or I can get an Uber, which is usually like $9. So that's usually like fair. So I went to call an Uber, and the wait was like 15 minutes. So I was like, whatever, I'll just walk. So I started walking. I got sort of close to my house, and you turn into this street. But as I turned in, a white van also turned into the same street I'm in that I'm about to walk up, and stopped at the end of the cul-de-sac. And I was like, all right, that's a bit strange. It's probably nothing, but I'll just turn right into this other street and wait for the van to drive off before I continue my walk home. So I turn right up into this street, which is a proper dead end. It was borderline like a driveway into an apartment block. And I go up there and I'm waiting at the end, and the van comes up the street. And I was like, holy crap. Like,
oh boy.
Oh my God, what do I do? So
yeah, what do you do?
The van comes up, and I literally I ran and hid behind a car. This sounds like this is made up. I swear to God, this is all true. I ran and hid behind a car, and the white van drove past. And as it drove past, it sort of turned around the corner, and I sprinted back down the street to continue my walk home. And I thought the van was behind me. There was no way it could see me now because I'd run off a dead end onto a pathway. So I continued my walk for about another 5 minutes. But then I'd walked sort of around to the back of that apartment block I was just talking about, and a garage door comes up, like one of those big cage garage doors that would go down to a car park, and a white van drives up and out of the car park. And I was like, okay, surely that's a different van. But maybe the van drove in the apartment block on the other side and came out the other. This could be the same van, I'm not sure. So same thing, I hid behind a car, the van turned out of the garage and onto the main road and away. And I was like, okay, I'll keep walking. I'll keep walking this way. In saying that, when I was walking this way, I got to a point where you can also turn left, which is a little bit scarier because it's a little bit darker, but you can also go that way. So I continued walking. I was like, no, you know what? I'm going to be safe, and I'm just going to stay away from the road, and I'm going to walk that dark path towards my house. And as I turned to walk towards the dark path, I don't know if it was the same white van, but another white van turns back into the street towards me again. So at this point, I don't know if I've seen 3 different white vans, or if this is all the same white van, just following. Who knows what they're doing at 12 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday night? So then I literally I hit legs. I ran straight down that dark path, all the way home. And dude,
Tipsy
Whoa.
Cody running down the street hiding behind cars. That's
bro,
insane.
but like it would have looked. It sounds bad, but am I in the wrong there? Like it was kind of freaky, you know. Like every time I would go around a corner,
Yeah, no.
another van would come. It was very strange.
12 a.m.
Yeah.
Nah, it's not. That's fair
Yeah,
enough. 12
you
a.m.
sound
like
justified. That's
like
freaky.
pitch black,
I don't
dude.
like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very, very strange. Because
Yeah.
I do that walk a fair bit. Like it's a relatively safe. I live in
Mm.
a safe neighborhood and everything. Like there's no
Yeah.
there's no issues. I do it all the time. But for whatever reason, I just had that very weird experience. In saying that,
Yeah, that's odd.
I always back myself if I'm ever going to get kidnapped because I reckon I will 90% of the time be faster than the guy that's trying to kidnap me. So I'm going to be able to gas him. I'm pretty evasive. Like I could jump some fences and stuff, you know, and get away. So I was like,
oh yeah.
you know what I mean? What about you boys? What do
Yeah,
you reckon
I
your
getcha.
tactic is if someone pulled up and tried to take you?
I have it.
What is it?
I know what the tactic is.
What's that?
If someone's mugging me, and I used to say this when I was younger, someone's mugging me, and they're about to take my money, I will just start urinating everywhere. Yeah, everywhere. Like I'll be spinning around, just urinating. Doesn't
Okay.
matter. Like I'll just be taking a leak, spinning around, yelling out, "He's mugging me! He's mugging me!" And then at that point, if you're mugging me, like I don't want your money anymore.
Yeah.
Man, you just pissed all over me.
Could you,
But that's the most extreme case. If someone walks up to me with a knife, that's what I'm doing.
could you get arrested for that? Public indecency?
Oh,
Or is that self-defense?
you know what? You know what? You can get arrested for, attacking someone that's on your property. So I'm sure you can. Like in self-defense
Yeah.
too. Like
It was-
you can get in trouble for that.
It was a very very strange experience to me.
Sorry, boys. What about you, Tim?
You know what? After
Never been
hearing
mugged?
that, Lucas, I feel like my approach of just legging it, like that's so boring.
Yeah, what a vanilla way to
I feel like
get
I
out
need
of a
to.
mugging.
I don't know. Maybe I'll start singing at them, or I'll find like a song that has like a really serious duet in it,
Singing
like
at them.
yeah, one of
Yeah.
the song from A Star Is Born, and I'll just like get to the part
Tell
of the
me
duet,
something,
and then I'll
girl.
look at them and just wait for them to keep singing, and then get really angry when they don't, and then either they'll just feel really bad for me,
Yeah.
because I'm just trying to share my passion for music, and they're shutting down my dreams, or they'll just be so
Yeah.
weirded out they're gone.
Wow, that's I like. You know what? That reminds me of I think it was the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie where he starts singing at the end and dancing,
Yeah.
and it just throws the bad guy off, and he's just like, what do I do?
I do think it'd
I feel like that's a very sound way to get out
it'd
of
throw
it.
them off 100%.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I think you could do like a match my pitch, like on 3 and match.
Yeah.
And wait for the other guy to do it. Just totally distract him. I'm fully
And then
behind
as
that.
he's doing it, tackle him.
yeah, or run, or pee on him. One or the other.
Or run.
Take your pick.
Be on the
Yeah.
top of things. I like it.
So
That's good.
What do you guys reckon? Who's got the best getaway tactic? Cody, Lucas, or Tim? 100% Tim.
Look. I feel like the audience is gonna say me, but I don't think there's any other way to put it.
Mate, that's only so weird like you.
Sorry. I understand if you don't want to say yes.
By the way, did you guys see that?
This'll be good.
I saw a comment on on one of our posts about the Travis Scott burger, and I've been seeing a lot of TikToks about it.
Oh yes, shout out.
Mhm.
Shout out to Oscar, I think it was. Let me just pull that up for you guys.
Shout out Oscar.
Yeah,
dude.
Oscar. Cheers, bro.
What
review the Travie Patty.
like what is the Travis Scott burger? Is it even in Australia? Does anyone know?
Look, I don't think
I don't
it is in
think-
Australia. But if you thought that Travis Scott couldn't get any more collabs, he got one with McDonald's. And basically what it is they're remaking. I'm pretty sure it was like correct me if I'm wrong. I think it was like one of the orders he used to get when he was younger or something like that. And now you got all these like teenage young adults in America rocking up to Macca's saying, "Hey yo, "Hey, yo, Travis Scott sent me,"
Yeah.
and then just playing one of his songs. It's so bad, but like it just keeps going. It's insane.
Yeah.
There's been so many memes.
I know. It's good when they go up to the menu and they just go. I've seen TikToks of it. They're like, they're like to the
Yeah.
guy who takes your order. You know what I want,
Yeah.
and you could just hear him go, just the Travis Scott burger, and they're like, yeah, man. It comes back to my. I can't remember if I spoke about it on the podcast. It comes back to my thing about like hospitality workers don't get paid enough to care. So it's just like,
Oh yeah.
yeah, man, whatever.
Yeah.
Here's your burger. Get out of my
Yeah.
face.
Sometimes I don't even need to say it. They're just like, "Hey, you know what I'm here for," and the Macca's worker will just be like, "Sprite for the drink." And then they'll just drive through.
Yeah.
It's so sad
Yeah.
because I feel so bad for these workers, just like you
It'd
said.
be funny to know what they go through, like on a week to week. Like what happens on a Macca's drive-through Monday to Friday, or Monday to Sunday. Even.
Man,
Mm.
Oh,
I know in America too,
Jeez,
it'd be a
man.
lot different. Like, yeah.
they're a different breed. What do you guys
Yeah.
What do you guys reckon is the best fast food? Because Macca's gets a lot of credit, but I'm a big KFC guy, and I know like just KFC just for me is top tier. Their
I do
chicken's top
think
tier.
Colonel
Yeah.
Sanders knows what's up.
He does.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
That's a tough question for a lot of people, but I feel like the three of us have kind of found. I mean, just from what you were saying, found that middle ground because I love KFC,
Yeah.
and like after like a long day of not eating, I just want to smash something that's like disgustingly fatty for you.
yeah.
I'll go straight to KFC, and if I'm with friends, we'll get like a family bucket or something. It's so good,
Yeah.
and it just hits different.
Yeah.
It hits different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You feel
Yeah.
terrible after, but
Yeah.
hey, it's a worthy payoff.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah.
in order,
Wait, were you saying that you were as well, like KFC, Tim?
Say again.
Did you say that you were KFC as well?
Yeah, I reckon
What was your one?
KFC.
Yeah.
I mean, it also kind of depends on what you define as fast food, because like,
Yeah.
does Subway count as fast food? Because
Yeah, definitely.
I think that's pretty quality. But like you were saying, when you have a Subway, you kind of feel like you're being healthy. So it doesn't feel like you're getting that fast food hit. When you go to KFC, go to Macca's, and you just feel like terrible afterwards. Like that's part of the experience,
Yeah.
yeah.
So if we're talking like that kind of level, yeah, I reckon KFC is
Yeah.
a way to go.
You want to
I-
destroy your guts by the end of it.
Yeah.
You know what?
A trip to
Exactly.
KFC is a
Yeah.
6 hour. It's a 6 hour event. You go there, you eat for an hour, and then the following 5 hours,
Yeah.
you just feel terrible. So it's it's a half a day thing. You got to pencil it in your diary. Like,
Yeah.
I'm eating KFC now. I better have nothing on for the
Yeah.
5 hours following.
Oh yeah.
But
Yeah.
I agree.
And not eat too much
Exactly.
going in.
Yeah, I agree that Subway is a fast food, but I don't think it can be sort of in the argument with Macca's and KFC. I agree with Tim. Like I think
No.
it's sort of like
Yeah. Okay.
KFC, Hungry Jack's, Macca's, maybe a Porto.
Yeah, I guess a Porto.
Yeah.
I personally,
No, I think it's-
I'd probably still put it in there, but I kind of get what you mean. But it's nothing is ever that good for you.
no.
It
Yeah.
never is.
What do you?
But I mean, I still see your view.
Okay, well that brings us to the penultimate question. Who
Yeah.
makes the best chicken nuggets?
That's a good question because, like, all of us are saying KFC is our favorite. I don't think KFC does the best nuggets.
Agree.
Yeah, that is a good point.
Agree. I think it's Macca's.
You reckon Macca's?
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah.
I would have to still go with KFC. I don't know. Like I to this day, I don't think I've found a perfect chicken nugget.
No, me either.
But I feel like I enjoy the KFC ones more than anything else. Like any other ones that I've had. So I would definitely still put that up there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd say KFC.
Yeah, because KFC has potato and gravy as well. Like you can't eat
I
potato and gravy
think-
with your Macca's nuggets.
I reckon
Yeah.
I'm
What do
probably
you think, Tim?
thinking like Macca's and Hungry Jack's kind of tied. I think it depends a bit on like what mood you're in, what your stomach's feeling.
Yeah. I get that.
I reckon you can.
Yeah.
But
I reckon you can. Yeah, sorry, you go.
no, I definitely think that Macca's is kind of like I suppose the gold standard. That's what you base your opinions of other nuggets off.
Yeah.
You know, because they're the most widespread. Everyone's had Macca's nuggets before.
Yeah. Especially as kids.
100%.
Yeah.
I still eat Macca's nuggets at least fortnightly, I reckon. When you just...
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's not good, but hey, I'm 21, I can get away
It's
with
crazy how that changes. Like from being a kid, you never eat like fast food, and then when you start earning money, it just becomes so regular.
it. Yeah, as a kid, it's like the battle is with
so
your parents about fast food. It's like, hey, Mum, can we get Macca's?
Yeah.
But as an adult, it's like, God, I want Macca's, but I shouldn't. I really shouldn't.
I should.
It's just like a totally different thing, but, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In saying that,
I was going to show everybody watching as well. This is the new lounge room. We've actually moved from outside and we've gone inside because it gets a bit wet out there. And and over here we have the sand pit. If you didn't know what the sand pit was, it is very significant to our podcast.
Yeah, we like our
So
sand.
we have to chuck them in there.
the sand
And,
pit is like our
unfortunately, we're trying to figure out who did this.
shrine. Bro,
Somebody couldn't wait to go to the bathroom.
who eats the most KFC here?
Whoa.
Now I need to figure out is that the byproduct of Macca's or KFC? Who knows?
It's gotta be KFC.
Anyway, enough of that.
Enough of that.
Enough of that. Enough of that.
I had this thought during the week. Do you think that certain things, and the one I thought of was water, like based on your
Yeah.
surroundings, certain things taste better or worse? For example, in my life, I
Yeah.
reckon the water that we have at work, even though we have like a water like filter thing, it's not as good as drinking like my tap water from my house. But I don't know if that's because of I just feel more comfortable at home, and I just like the thought of just drinking water at my desk is a lot nicer. What do you always think? Like maybe even having a beer, like having a beer would taste better on a Friday afternoon as opposed to
Yeah.
Friday afternoon at the beach.
Yeah.
Sun's going down. It's gonna taste better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I agree.
Well, I can tell you, it definitely tastes different drinking it out of that bowl in the toilet.
Yeah, I find that.
I
I
don't
think
know
that
where that
tastes
stuff
pretty
comes from.
different.
It tastes different to the stuff that I have in the kitchen.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah.
But you're right. They definitely taste different.
Mm.
No, I think you're right, but I do
Yeah.
think you're right because I have had water from another person's house and it's just hasn't hit the same as
It
having water
doesn't,
from my
bro.
tap.
It doesn't hit the same.
Yeah.
100%. Maybe that's two different ideas then. Does like water at your own house taste better? Because originally I was thinking it was my surroundings, but I think that could be applied to anything. Like I said, like having a beer at sunset at the beach
Yeah.
is going to taste better than having a beer at home.
Mm.
So that would be surroundings. But maybe
I do agree.
do you all prefer your own house tap water to other water? Let us know. This is important stuff.
Yeah. I reckon like most people would agree with that. 100% because it's like same thing with going to the bathroom. It's like I would much rather wait and go to the bathroom at home than go at work.
Mm.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing. Like I'd rather fill my bottle up at home than fill it up like elsewhere because it just maybe that's like you're right. Maybe it is why you feel that kind of comfort. It's like it tastes better.
Yeah.
So
Well, look,
yeah.
I spend equally as much time at work as I do at home. So it's basically a 50-50 split. The work toilet doesn't affect me too much, but the water at work, that's not the same. Did I mention I'm employed, by the way? I'm not sure if I mentioned that.
Oh, dude, know where you work?
Yeah, I actually do.
That's insane.
Is Cody throwing all of these workplace stories, and everyone else is just like, workplace? Never heard of it.
I don't know.
What is job security at a time like this? It's just such a big flex.
Stable and proper income of money. Wow,
Must be
Whoa.
nice.
that's cool.
What a crazy concept.
Must be nice not getting money off Centrelink. I'm sure you still do, but
I don't. I wish.
yeah. How good is
I
how
wish.
good is Centrelink in this COVID era?
Yeah. Did you guys see
Keeping
like
us out of the
when we?
water.
I don't know what it was like in your guys' area, but when we first went into lockdown, like the Centrelink, it must have been sort of. I think we locked down on a Monday. That was when everyone was like, "All right,
Yeah.
don't go to work, stay home. We're in lockdown. You don't have a job anymore." Our Centrelink line, like on the main road, was like 3 blocks. Like it was like back around the corner.
Oh,
Mm.
Everyone just trying to get in.
that's insane.
Did you guys have something similar to that?
Yeah. Near where I am, it was much the same. Massive queues, and it was for a couple of weeks afterwards. I think a lot of people, kind of managed for a little bit right after the lockdown started, but then over time, just tapered off with work, and so it was really consistent. Massive queues all the time.
Yeah, okay. Now, like in my area, it was just like I never went, so I wouldn't even know because I did it all online.
Yeah.
I felt so lucky.
Mm.
I didn't have to go in because I knew if I went in like out Liverpool way, there was going to be the same thing. Like it would have been wrapping around the building at least 3 times just to get in there. I feel so bad for the workers, man.
Yeah. Oh, it would have been hectic, man. There was that little time period, I think, before, like right when we went into quarantine and just before they announced JobKeeper.
Yeah.
So once they announced JobKeeper, which obviously affected people like myself who'd who'd been employed for a while, then everyone stopped panicking. It was like, okay, we're going to be okay for the not too distant future. Because I remember right before we went into lockdown, everyone was like, dude, how am I going to survive?
Yeah.
I'm not getting paid. Like, how
Yeah.
am I going to pay the rent? So it was hectic.
Yeah.
Hectic. Do you think
It was a tough time.
we're halfway through the coronavirus?
Whoa.
That's a tough one. That is a tough one. I think they said something about like early next year or like to like halfway through next year
Yeah.
for like a vaccine.
Mm.
But you know how it is with like the government. It's just numbers are thrown around
Yeah.
and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's no like solid argument to say it's halfway through.
Mm. Dude, it's
I mean, they could just,
it's just it's a bit of a shame. It's been a bit of a
yeah,
average year all around, but hey, here we are.
yeah,
still
yeah,
keep-
yeah. We're here. We're still going all right.
So talking about TAFE, and obviously us three are all studying radio broadcasting. A lot
Yeah.
of talk about in class, especially from our teachers and the guys who have been in the industry for a while. They talk about if you do want to be a radio presenter, moving rurally to get experience. So, for example, moving like up to Port Macquarie and working on their breakfast radio show. Is that something you boys are thinking about doing?
I definitely don't have anything against it. I think, like, aside from, not being able to see your family and friends super regularly, I think it would be a great experience. It kind of gets you out of the, crazy lifestyle of, I mean, all three of us are in Sydney, so hustle bustle all the time.
Yeah.
So I reckon going out to like a rural town, seeing how they live, much smaller community, I think it'd be great. Yeah, could be a lot of fun.
Yeah. I feel that. I don't know. I've always had like kind of mixed feelings about it. I feel like I've always not wanted to go out rurally because there is not much to do out that way. But at the same time, considering you're going out there to work a job like that, that automatically means there's something for you to do. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So it's like, you're still working, but at the same time, it's like I wouldn't I wouldn't be able to handle not seeing my friends as much. But I should be able to handle that because I'm an adult and I need to learn how to, let go.
Yeah.
And then, just be ready to come back.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I would much rather work in the city, but it's still on my plate.
Yeah, I think it's it's interesting. I've been thinking about it a fair bit lately. I mean, my plans next year or this year, even before I started TAFE, were to go over to Europe for like 5 or 6 months and do, a fair bit of that solo, like at least do a couple of months, which would have been, and then do sort of the other 3 or 4 months with my friends, and obviously everything fell through. But in a weird way, I'm kind of thinking that like, if I was to move, I saw a cool job actually down somewhere in a little beach town, in Adelaide, which would obviously be similar to where I live, on the coast. And I thought that was sort of the first time that it opened my eyes and been like, hey, maybe that like is something that you would do. Because like you, Lucas, I'm super hesitant to move away from my friends and family and all that. But I think on the other hand, it would be a really cool experience to like grow in a way, as cliche as that sounds.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
100%.
It could be something.
Beaches kid moving back to the beaches.
Mate.
It'd still be at home.
Bro, I'm telling you.
But like you never left.
I'm telling you. I think once you've just grown up on the beach, like to be away from it, like it scares me, bro. It scares me.
Yeah,
Scares
bro.
me.
It's like a beaches kid coming out to the western suburbs. They just never do.
No, we can't, bro. We can't. Well, I'm like
well, I can't say anything because I barely go out to the northern beaches. So
yeah. Well, exactly. And you obviously like don't rely, like the beach isn't just such a natural part of your like everyday life. Like, dude, at the moment it's started to get warm. In the half an hour that we have in our TAFE breaks, like I'm going down to the beach, having a swim, coming back, and like
that's insane.
Yeah, which it sounds like a brag,
didn't
bro. I'm
realize
not
you were that
bragging. I'm
close.
just saying, like, it's just a part of my routine. Like I don't know, and I just can't imagine.
Yeah, it's just
I can never
something that
imagine
becomes
living, like,
natural.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
100%. Especially on a dusty Sunday.
So I guess the thing is, most of us would end up doing it.
Yeah.
It might be a little bit hard.
Oh, it's obviously gonna be hard, dude. Moving away from your,
It's
especially
definitely
we all still live at home,
a big
so.
change of lifestyle.
I was going to add as well. Sorry, while we're here, I just remembered. With the water thing, having water after like just not having anything while doing something like strenuous, whether it's like going on a run or like exercising or something like that. It doesn't matter where you get it. I feel like it just automatically tastes good.
Yeah, 100%.
So I think that might show that most water just tastes the same.
Yeah.
You just in your own head.
Yeah,
you're
it's all
formulating your own
placebo.
taste to it.
It is. It's true. It's atmospheric water, bro.
That's the word, placebo. Yeah.
But it literally after a game of soccer, for example, water is the nectar of the gods. Like there is nothing you want to drink
Yes.
other than water. Even if you're like a big like soft drink drinker, I reckon after exercise, man, all you want is water.
Yeah.
Nah, there's no touching anything else.
Right.
Like I've been going like bouldering recently.
Oh yeah.
And every time I would like come off like any grab or hold or whatever, coming back down, I would just chug down this water and like I would feel so energized. I don't know. It just felt like I just reset and I can go again, even when I'm at my end.
Shout out water.
Yeah. Shout out water. Yeah,
Yes,
bro.
Shout out H2O.
Yeah,
Oh,
water.
This
love
week's
it.
sponsor.
On your mate.
You're doing bouldering, Lucas. I didn't know that. That's interesting. That's like climbing on walls, right?
Yeah, so it's like rock climbing, but you don't have the harness, and it's only like maybe like a couple meters tall. So if you fall into these massive like cushioned floors. It feels like nothing. It's so good. I remember I fell off it was a pretty high one. I couldn't hold anymore. I fell off straight on my back. Like it was like safe on my back. It wasn't a bad fall. I just felt like I was getting into bed. It was that soft.
Mate, my spaghetti
It felt
arms aren't
so
cut
nice.
out for bouldering. Look at these things. These levers aren't made for bouldering.
Ooh.
Have you
I feel you, bro. I'm still trying to get there.
have you seen that? Do you guys follow the Batuta Advocate? Oh, come on.
I think you do, don't you, Tim? Not me.
Oh, I don't think so.
Okay, so
Okay. Sorry. No, it must have been only you that followed.
Do you know what it
hey?
is? It's basically like
Fake news?
yeah, it's basically like fake news.
Oh,
but
oh
they're very
no, actually,
funny.
I've heard of them. Yeah.
Yeah, they do like a comedic
Okay.
take on everyday things, and I saw one, and it was like, a local guy who swears he's not having a midlife crisis just started bouldering. It's good. It's good. Every guy in their early 20s, quarter life crisis.
Oh my gosh. Midlife crisis in the early 20s.
Sorry,
bro.
quarter life
Ooh,
crisis.
yeah.
Quarter life crisis.
Quarter life
Quarter.
crisis. Oh no.
Bro,
I'm already there, guys.
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy like a motorbike, get a motorbike license, rip the sleeves off a leather jacket. I'm there.
100%.
There's my quarter life crisis. Maybe I'll start in a band.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Starting a band.
Yeah.
Wait, bro,
starting
you're in a
one.
band?
Yeah. Only just. Nah, bro. Oh no. I dug my own hole there.
What are we supposed to do? Not
Walked
mention
into that one.
it.
Yeah,
Speaking
bro.
of digging your own holes, so I went to Europe.
Oh, here we go.
Okay.
Here we go. Here we go.
So I did go to Europe. When I finished high school in 2018, and when I was there, we went to the Colosseum in Rome.
Yeah.
And I didn't know a whole lot about it. I hadn't even seen the movie Gladiator, and I still haven't. I thought that that's just what they did. There was just like some fights. They did that jousting. I don't know. I didn't think it was that bad. But we pretty much got told about this whole sort of these just crazy fights that they would have in the Colosseum. So
Yeah.
I've pulled up a little website here, and some of these are absolutely unbelievable. I'll read a few of them to you. This first one, there was a fight in the Colosseum where, okay, so for context, by the way, this was like, I think in the opening 100 days of the Colosseum, I'm not sure what year it was, but in the first 100 days the Colosseum was opened, they did an event every day. So these are some of the craziest events that happened. This one,
That's a lot of deaths, bro.
this one was an elephant and a rhinoceros. Like fought, and I don't know where they got these animals from, these exotic animals, but an elephant and a rhinoceros fought in the Colosseum, and the elephant won by picking up a broken spear and gouging the rhino in the eyes and blinding it. This literally happened.
That's insane.
In like ancient Rome, and
Because like I originally thought that like when I didn't realize that they actually did animal versus animal. I thought that when they were doing like fights, they would throw people in and then just throw animals into the mix. That's what I assumed, and that's probably Hollywood's fault too.
No,
But
they did that as
crazy.
well. They did do that as well. But like a big thing as well was like they would fight. They would have like tigers and like crocodiles fight and stuff, dude. It was like crazy back then.
Yeah, geez.
They used to do this thing where they would fill the Colosseum with water, right? So on the command of the emperor, I was just reading this before. They would fill the bottom of the Colosseum up with water, and they would bring in massive ships and do like 3,000 men fights, so like 1,500 versus 1,500, and reenact like sea battles. But although it was reenacted, it was still a real fight. So it was staged, but it wasn't over until one team won. So there'd be thousands of deaths. People would drown and they'd jump on each other's boats. And like, dude, it was literally
They actually
insane.
did that. That's crazy. Did they actually do that? They actually filled it with water.
Yeah. And to this
That
day,
is like...
to this day, one of the most interesting things about it all is they have no idea how they did it. They have no idea how... They don't know how they feel.
How though? Yeah.
They don't know.
It's like, did they get all 3,000 of those people to just bring a bucket? And then they just slowly sent them back and came through just bucket after bucket?
Yeah, they don't know. There's a lot.
I can't fathom it.
There's a lot of theories, but
Oh, you know as well though. I mean, to be honest, like geographically, I'm not too sure where that is in regards to like water bodies, but
nowhere.
like back then it could have been very different So there was no water bodies
No.
that were near it. 'Cause-
Nothing very close.
Damn,
I don't
okay.
think.
Because I thought maybe like
Nah,
back
bro.
then they would have maybe had like more water in the specific area that they could. Yeah, but
No, middle of the city.
wow,
Middle of the city, bro. Insane,
that's
right?
insane.
Who in their right mind would engage in a 1,500 man battle by choice? When no one, it doesn't have to be done. It was done for like entertainment.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Insane, bro. Those Romans were a different breed. Like seriously,
Yeah.
I'm scared of like stubbing my
100%.
toe, and these guys are going out and fighting each other.
They used to have like you'd say like they'd have different setups for people going in, like different weapons. and
Yeah.
they were classified as like something like that. They used to have names for it, did they?
Yeah, they had. From what I can remember when I did ancient history at school. Sorry, I've probably forgot a few things, Mr. Henniker. Please don't get mad. But they would, when you started, they'd have like gladiator school, and you'd train with specific weapons, and then you'd kind of start training as a specific class, I guess. So I can remember there was the retinarius, and they used like a trident and a net that they'd throw at people with weights on it to
That sounds
weigh
familiar.
them down.
Yeah.
And then there was kind of like the one that everyone remembers from the Gladiator movie.
Yeah.
And they usually had
Yeah, I know
like
what you mean.
a shield. I think they were the Samnites or something kind of like that. So yeah, you had people with different weapons, different approaches, like really in-depth stuff. It's not just kind of like, go in there and fight. Like people were training specific tactics, certain weapons, like really, really cool
It's good
stuff.
entertainment.
Mm.
I would hate that. I'm so glad that that's not a thing anymore.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Apparently, the only
You know, it's actually yeah. Sorry.
I was just gonna say, apparently the only animal that they didn't like the Roman crowd, I don't know, the civilians, whatever you want to call them, didn't like to be seen killed was the elephants, because they were still these just massive gentle creatures, and they didn't like seeing them be killed. But
Yeah.
it's just how it
And
was.
I'm sure they was like very peaceful as
Yeah,
well.
bro.
I mean, like no one wants to see a very peaceful animal die. I mean, no one wants to see any animal die really.
Yeah.
No, man.
But that makes sense. You know what? It's actually, I was going to say, it's actually perfect we're talking about this, because today I was going to show you guys something that I've been making. And I'll show you. I didn't actually realize that you were going to get into this, because I was just going to throw this out regardless. But follow me,
I'm scared.
and I'll show you a little surprise.
I fell off the stairs.
I was going to wait to the end of the podcast, but we can do it now. It'll be fun. Let's come through here.
This feels a bit
Yeah,
sus.
excuse my it's all right. I'm not here to murder you or anything, but murder will be involved.
Oh.
Okay, so
Oh, bro.
so this is what I was talking about.
What is this?
I actually made a little PvP area, and I guess this can kind of work as its own coliseum.
Oh.
So sorry, it's good timing. I actually had this a couple of weeks ago, but I didn't want to use it till like later on in this episode.
Where does the
so
water come in, bro?
now I have a reason to. Anyways, I'm going to put the both of you together,
Uh-oh.
and we're going to do that now. And there's nothing you can do about it.
Okay.
You're just gonna have to do it.
Alright.
So pick red or blue,
Shot blue.
and
Shot blue.
Yeah, all right. I'll
Cody's
go,
gonna be
I'll
blue,
go
so you're gonna
red.
go on this side. Give me 2 seconds.
See that? I'm just-
And you guys are both on you're both on survival,
Yeah.
yeah?
Just set Tim on
Cool.
just power played him straight away. So my dominance.
All right. Well, let's do this. I'm actually so keen to see how this works out. Jump down your hole, fellas. Let's do it.
It's super dark. in
Oh,
here, bro.
no.
Oh,
Okay. And do not pass the bricks. Yes, you're meant to get hurt as you go down. And fill your inventory with whatever you wish. There are no rules on what you can and can't have out of that box. However, you are not allowed to bring in any items from the outside world, because we are now in a different world here, fellas. We are in the PvP realm.
Oh, no.
So welcome. This is the Let's just call it the Colosseum. I'm going to call it the Colosseum now. Thanks for that. And this is where people and players come to die. So I'm going to give you 3 seconds. And at the end of those 3 seconds, you are both allowed to do whatever you wish to each other. And it's the last man standing.
Oh dear.
All right. Are you ready, gentlemen?
No, not really.
Yeah.
Don't forget the brown sand slows you down and the magma cubes hurt you. And obviously
Okay.
fire does it as well. And I'm watching you. I'm just in spectator mode.
Okay.
Oh no.
All right, fellas. On your marks. 3, 2, 1, fight.
What?
Let's do
Oh
it.
no!
No way.
Oh,
Unfortunately,
dude, that
I
was
can't
clutch.
see what the health bars are at, but looks like Cody is taking a beating
Oh,
here.
get out.
What?
And don't forget, you guys have axes and swords too.
Oh, dude, this guy's putting on a clinic. Press him.
Tim knows.
Press him.
Tim knows the hitbox.
I press him. Oh!
What?
Tim just lagged so much on my screen.
What's it gonna be?
I'm done. I'm done. I'm
What?
done.
Yes.
Ah,
That
nice,
was a
nice.
clinic.
Reset.
Cool.
This is a best of 3, by the way.
Best of 3.
Chucker. Yeah, bro. Get back here.
Dude,
What?
I'm sick. Hang on, let me run back down.
I'll put your gear back in your chest, Cody. Or maybe I'll just leave you without anything.
Oh!
Yeah, maybe he'll do that too. I did say there were no rules, but
Oh, come on.
I'll put that as a rule.
I like to think of myself as generous.
Oh, that's you.
Dude,
Whoops.
that's a long run. Like,
Wrong person. My
That's
bad.
a long run, like back down from spawn.
Let me just make sure. Ah, he hasn't put the stuff in the chest. That's all right. Is there anything that I'm missing down here, Cody?
No, he has. It's here. Or did you put that in?
Oh, yes.
Um,
Whoa, what's this TNT doing in here?
that was mine. That was in my
I said no outside
Yeah, I left it
items.
in the chest, bro.
Nah, jokes.
I need a I need a
All right,
I need a
boys.
helmet. I need a helmet. Bro, can't.
Hey, if the helmet's broken, the helmet's broken, bro.
Is it broken?
Can't help you there.
Fine. Hang on.
Nah, it's all right. I'll get you one.
Give me that helmet, boy. Tim's living in my head rent free right now.
Okay, I'll get you. All right, sir. There you go.
Cheers.
All right, boys. So I'm imagining this would have been kind of what it was like.
Yeah, I feel
be in the
like I'm
Colosseum.
there in ancient Rome.
This is as real as it's gonna get, guys.
Full immersion.
All right, nah. We're not preloading the bows this time.
All right.
I know you did last time, but
right.
we're going straight into
Okay.
it. All right,
None of
guys. So
that.
we've got Tim on 1, Cody on 0. Best of 3. Let's see who can win this. If Tim wins this one,
It's over.
then that's it. It's game over, Cody. All right. 3, 2, 1, fight.
Bro, did you see that arrow? That was pathetic.
He's trying.
Ooh.
It went straight into the ground.
Oh, let's go!
What's it gonna be?
Ooh.
Tim's scaring.
I don't see any shields.
Tim-
This is
Tim-
this is interesting,
Tim's
fellas.
scaring me because he's not moving. Are you sweet, bro?
Tim's just
I'm trying to get.
taking a beating.
Ooh.
I think he's.
What? I'm lagging.
Oh, Tim.
Ooh.
Get him.
Nothing I can do there, brother.
Please have mercy. What?
Good use of the barricades.
What?
And then we can definitely try. Aye. Unfortunately, Cody, that means
Ugh.
you are out.
GG's.
Tim is the winner,
Woo!
and I will let you build your way out of here.
Oh, thank you. You're a
With-
generous god.
6 blocks of stone. You only get 6 blocks, so you'll have to just tower out.
I'm a humble loser today. I met you boys
I wonder.
back at the couch.
Hey, Cody,
Yes, sir.
it was a good try.
Thank you, dude.
It was definitely
You
a good
fought
try.
well, Cody, my boy.
I mean, Tim's versing a little 30-year-old, so you would expect him to win.
Yeah.
A small 30-year-old.
Hey, come on. That was unneeded. 5'8", guys,
Hey,
and I'm not
hey, he's
small.
the one that put it out straight away.
Before we circle back,
Good stuff.
I did did see this one more thing, which is pretty brutal. Just talking about the Colosseum thing again, because I think this is pretty interesting.
Yeah.
So, Tim mentioned the film Gladiator. If you've seen that, there's an ancient Greek called Commodus, who is played by Joaquin Phoenix in that film, and he's portrayed as like a psychopath.
Yeah.
In real life, Commodus made several appearances as a gladiator in the Colosseum, winning a series of obviously rigged confrontations. However, his most brutal display came when he tied a number of injured citizens together before clubbing them to death, pretending they were a giant.
Whoa.
How
What?
insane is that, bro?
Oh my gosh. I'm gonna say what I said before. I'm really glad that this isn't a thing anymore.
Yeah, dude, with the Romans, just a different breed. Like, the other week we were talking about fighting like a slightly angry sheep, and these guys are talking about going into literal battle against each other. Like,
I said a small dog, bro.
you said
I'm
a sheep,
definitely not
man.
taking on a gladiator.
You said a sheep, and me and Tim were like, "No way, you're beating a sheep, man."
Yeah. I was like, I mean, surely I could beat a sheep, but the boys made me sober up. I was gonna say I remembered something from that movie as well, and it was in this list of all these movie stuff ups that they had, which were like very, very small. You had to really be looking to find them, but there was one scene where what was the actor's name again? It was Russell Crowe, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's I think it was him, or maybe he was being chased by someone, but they were on chariots. And in the movie, you can see these chariots flip over because, Hollywood, they make things flip over and explode regardless of what setting. And the stuff up was you could actually see on the back of that chariot that there was this canister. And I think that canister was used as the explosive device to blow the chariot over, pretty much.
Right.
So it's like you're watching this like ancient Rome movie, and there's just this like modern age canister of like gas or something on the back of it.
Oh, no way.
I'm like, that's so funny.
That's good. I still haven't seen it.
No, I've not seen it either,
it's
honestly.
worth it. It's a class. It's good.
I'm.
Oh no!
check
So
it out.
that would make no sense to you then.
Yeah. We'll have to watch it. I'll look out for it. I'm just the most.
Well, I haven't seen it,
so
but I
uncultured.
had kind of guessed that you wouldn't have gas canisters on the back of chariots.
Yeah.
Could put two
No,
and two
definitely. Well, that's it. You guys need to put that on your list.
together. There you go.
Get that in your movie to watch list.
It's a long list, bro.
because it's definitely
it's
worth
a
it.
long list.
Yeah, I know. We all have that long list.
All right, before we move on to our Spotify recommendations of the week, I have a little question for you boys. A sandy question, some might say.
Oh, it's a sandy one.
One fit for the sandbox.
Okay.
This kind of sparked from our conversation the other day, and I would say it's a bit of a cliche question. I think you would have heard it before, but I'm interested to see what Tim will say to this. How many...
Yeah.
Okay, let's... Yeah. How many fourth graders could you fight before they eventually overrun you? They just keep coming at you like a wave of COD zombies, wave after wave. They don't finish. They're going to get you eventually. But how many are you going to, let's say, get the dub against? How many fourth graders are you going to get the dub on
Get the dub even.
before they
Get the
before
dub.
they
This
overrun
man
you?
just said get the dub to fighting a whole bunch of fourth graders.
Bro, if you've worked with fourth graders, trust me, and I know Tim has, I've heard about, some towel whipping technique, not used on the fourth graders, just one that may or may not be used in, would you like to, how many fourth graders, Tim? Tell me.
Look,
Yeah, I think you have a better idea, Tim.
I don't... this is going to be a really disappointing answer, but I don't think, in my good conscience, I could hit a fourth grader and be like, okay, next. Like, so I'm going to say that the fourth graders are going to destroy me before I even, throw hands.
Okay.
When you put it that way, that's hilarious.
Bro, you're way too nice.
Okay, next.
Okay, let's say
man.
they're little let's say they are zombies. Let's say they're fourth grader sized zombies.
Okay.
Yeah, but they have the exact same like motor skills, the exact same strength, the exact same everything as a normal 4-year-old, but they have no soul, and they are out to eat you alive and your family.
Okay, so in that very specific circumstance,
I
reckon
you can only use household weapons.
Okay.
Okay, I reckon. You know, I could go for a few headshots with photo frames. I'd take out maybe like 6 or 7, maybe.
Yeah.
Hey, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Maybe.
I reckon you.
This also depends on how fast these guys or guys and girls are actually like running you down. Are they going like hundreds of them like full speed ahead trying to get you, or have we got like only one stream of one at a time zombie?
Actually, no, that
sorry,
that weighs
it cracks me
into
up to say it.
It's true. This is true.
I'd say let's just say like in the best circumstances they're coming one at a time, but no later than one every 5 seconds.
So the first 10 are easy, bro. They're easy.
Yeah.
I reckon.
You got to take into account like how your body is going to keep up with this too, throwing these kids around.
For Tim, I think it comes down to how many picture frames he has in his house, by the sounds of it.
It's all on
you know
bro.
what? Yeah, no, I think I'll stick with, 6 or 7. Because like 4th graders, they're not like tiny. There's some size to them, and they have a bit of strength. So like,
yeah,
that's true. 4th graders, they're getting it. They're like 10.
Yeah, and if they've got the same like kind of mentality as 4th graders, then like you're gonna get like tackled. It's not gonna be like walking up. You're gonna be like copping bodies from all sides.
I think I have my answer.
What is it?
I think I have it. I reckon I could take up to, and we're only going off household stuff, so household items. I reckon I could take up to anywhere between 15 and 20.
Oh, okay.
Hear me out.
Yeah.
Hear me out. This is very reliant on a few things. If I was standing on a table, all right, so I've obviously got that height. I've already got the height difference. So I could just, sorry, I hate saying this, but they are zombies.
They're zombies.
They're zombies. So that I can kick them probably in the head. It still feels bad to say.
Poor little 4th grader zombies.
I feel terrible. I could kick these zombies in the head and just use, things like any kitchen utensils and just throw them at them. But I know that all of this whole idea is going to come tumbling down until that one islander kid that is 20 times bigger than your actual teacher in grade 4 comes out of nowhere and just pulls me up by the legs and off the table. I'm telling you.
That's a pretty good answer. I'll give you that. That is a pretty good answer. Because eventually it is going to be that one kid that's just way too big.
It's crazy. They're giant. Like, there's always that one kid. And it's not specifically Islander, but there's always that one kid that's just, he's humongous.
Yeah.
He's so big.
Yeah, that was me.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
My answer.
That was Cody, our 5-foot king.
Maybe I'm too confident here. I'm taking at least 30 to 35 bodies before they even...
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
1, broomstick.
Is it because you're
like
30
this?
and you've had more life experience?
Yeah, exactly.
One for each year.
Exactly. Hey, by the way, no, I've got a disadvantage because these kids are the same size as me. So, you know what I mean? Broomstick.
Yeah, okay.
Imagine just... Okay. Broomstick. Point of the broomstick. Bang. Straight. They just come through one at a time. Bang. It's 10.
Okay.
Gone.
You know what, Cody?
You know?
You know what? I hope that you were thinking about this answer, like, after we said that
before
we
had established that they were zombies. You were like, I'm broomsticking 4th graders.
It's all right, guys. I know Cody doesn't think that way.
That's all we have time for this week anyway. So,
Oh, that's good. Oh, God.
All right. Now let's move on.
Okay, so 30 to 35. Okay.
Let's
Is that all? Is that all the method? Like, is there anything
well,
else?
like as I said, I
your
reckon I'm a
method?
pretty evasive guy. You know, if one grabs onto me, I reckon I could flick him off and continue on. Put him on
Yeah.
the ground.
So, how many fourth grade zombies can you guys take on?
Let us know.
Let us know. Let us know. And please, just keep in mind
They're
that
zombies,
they're zombies.
okay?
They're
They're
zombies.
definitely zombies.
We're not terrible people. Oh, that's good. That's good.
All right, boys.
Music. All
What do you
right.
got this week?
What are we vibing?
What do you got?
Music.
You want to go first, Lucas?
I've got to find the playlist.
I'll go first.
Let me find the playlist. So I reckon. Yeah, you go first.
I'll go first. This week, I have been absolutely pumping, and oh my god, watch me butcher this name. It's a French band. The English translation
I see
to
the
the
name.
name is the Imperative, but it looks like La Imperatrice or something like that. How was that accent? That was pretty good.
That was pretty solid.
Imperatrice.
If
Yeah.
I didn't know better,
Yeah,
I'd say you were
Imperatrice.
Parisian.
Thank you, dude.
Hmm.
Appreciate that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, they're sick. You guys should check them out. They're like this sort of fun, funky disco pop band. That's kind of my thing lately. I don't know what it is, but yeah, they're
That's so sick. You always have good suggestions.
they're awesome, bro.
I've been listening to this playlist, and everything you've put in has just been straight flames,
Who, me?
for lack of a better term. yeah. I love it,
Too kind. Appreciate that.
and I've never been into those genres. So.
I'm turning
Yeah.
it around for you.
Yeah. Oh, my ones. Okay. If you guys are familiar with an artist named Slow Tie,
Oh
he's
yeah.
from the UK.
Mhm.
Yeah. So he's a bit of a. I mean, IRL is a bit of a guy, but his music is just so. I don't know. I think there's something about that British like drill kind of accent that gets me. But it's nasty. His vocals are just so good.
Yeah.
There's two songs. One called My High. He features on it with an artist named Disclosure, and Deal With It
Deal with it.
by Muramasa or something
Oh
like
yeah.
that. I don't know how to pronounce those names.
Yeah.
Go check out
I'm
the
pretty sure
playlist.
it's
But
Muramasa.
yeah, both solid songs. I'm in love with him at the moment. He's so good.
Yeah, dope. He did a interview with. I don't know if you guys follow this guy called Struthless on Instagram, but he's like an artist, but he uses his art to sort of make comedic takes on social behaviors and stuff.
Yeah.
I guess you would say. So like that bacon and egg roll
Yeah.
margin that I made. That's very much inspired by this guy called Struthless. You guys should check him out. He did an interview with.
Yeah, I'll give it a
He
look.
did an interview with Slow Tie actually, and at the end they both tried to draw each other, but obviously Struthless is an artist and Slow Tie's a rapper. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's funny. That's funny. I can imagine he would have butchered it.
Oh yeah, he did.
As
It was like a
Slow
circle.
Tie. Oh, that's good.
Maybe we should do that.
That's good. Love him. God love him.
You guys.
Yeah, we'll do
You
that.
guys draw me.
It'll be me and Tim will be Slow Tie, and you'll be the artist.
The artiste.
Won't even lie, boys. This week, I've been jamming pretty hard to the soundtrack from Red Dead Redemption 2.
Really?
Like, not gonna lie, there's some bangers on there.
Okay.
I'm gonna say,
I never played it.
oh, such a good game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And having that soundtrack just adds another layer. So I don't know whether I think
yeah.
the songs are so great because I've played the game, or whether the songs are just great on their own. So if you haven't played it, give them a listen and let me know. I'm gonna say my two favorite from the Red Dead soundtrack, "Unshaken" by D'Angelo, and
Yeah.
"That's the Way It Is" by Daniel Lanois. Honestly, they hit different. So
They
check
slap.
them out. They slap
sick.
so hard, boys.
Yeah.
There is something about like really good game soundtracks.
Yeah,
hey.
bro.
I don't know if did you guys ever play I think it was 2018 Doom game?
Mhm.
Nah.
Oh man, I still listen to that soundtrack to this day because that used to be like my genre. I used to love that stuff, and to hear it in a game, oh my heart.
Right.
Mm.
Well, like it was the same like every year on FIFA. Obviously, FIFA Kid, whatever.
Ah, okay.
But FIFA always like has pretty decent soundtracks, and there's always like 4 or 5 bangers every year. and like one of the songs from like it would have been FIFA 13 was by Jungle. I think I put one of their songs in the playlist last week. Yeah, I did. Or was it last week?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah, you did.
So like it's just come
You did.
full circle for me. Like 8 or 9 years later, I've come back to just love this band, and it turns out they had a FIFA song that I couldn't even remember. But
That's so
yeah,
sick.
it's cool, right? What about you?
Yeah.
Ray? What do you?
And it's like that's funny because like even if it's not like an original soundtrack, they like game companies just know how to slap like a bunch of really good like songs together.
for sure.
Yeah.
And they just all sound good, you know. But yeah.
All right, boys.
Yeah, bro.
That just about does it for this week.
That's it.
3 episodes
Wow.
in,
Solid.
Interesting.
not cancelled yet. Maybe after this week we'll find out. Maybe the
Yeah.
infant zombie
Fingers
community will
crossed.
come for us. I don't know.
I certainly hope not. I don't want to fight a bunch of zombie fourth graders. No, thank you.
Well, Tim, you've proven to us today you're not the man
maybe-
for the job. So
No,
he's not.
I'm staying out. I'm leaving it to you guys.
I'll use my table technique. Cody will use his broom, and you'll just sit behind the
Yeah,
table.
I'll just wait. Sit at the table.
you can just sit there and commentate, just saying, "Okay, next,
Next.
next,
Yep. Next.
next."
I'll keep
Um,
count.
Yeah.
All right, boys. Thank you, Tim. Thank you, Lucas. Thanks everyone for
Thank
listening
you,
to us. Check out the
boys.
Spotify. Check out our socials, as per usual, at Mouthful of Sand on Facebook and Instagram. You can catch all our personal accounts on the Instagram as well. Another week. Thanks, boys.
Thank you.
Cheers.
See
See
ya.
you later.
Take it easy.
I'm just gonna keep back, but
Yeah.
if it's okay with you.
No, that's okay. But I'm kind of interested in what you got.